and using the separator function inside the print string and a new line code, we can just print everything in the new line. Okay, now let's do another task. 15 Python program that accepts a string and calculates the number of digits and letter and spaces. So we have to find the digit, letter or space inside the string. Or calculate count digit, letter and space in string. So that's the code. For that we have to get the string from the user. To get the string from the user, we can use the variable user string is equals to, you can use the input method, enter a long string. Enter a long string. Now let's assign a variable. And before the while statement, now while I is less than length of the user string. For the user string, length of this user string, now we got every character from the user string. Now let's decide whether it is characters, space, digits or letters or spaces. For that we have to use the count operator. So let's digit counter digit counter equals to letter counter equals to space counter equals to 0. This will equate every value to the 0. So this works as a counter. If we found the value is, if we found that the variable or the each character is digit, then it will increase the digit counter, letter counter, space counter. Now let's do it in the program. Let's check if the user string of index I means it will pull out a character from the string with the index value I. If for the digit counter we can use the function dot is digit. We can use the function is digit. This will give us the value true and false if the digit is in the string method. So if this is digit, then we have to increase the digit counter plus equals to 1. Similarly, so we're gonna press alt shift and down arrow to copy from everything and just rewrite the code using a elif statement. And for the letter we can use the is alpha and is space for the space counter. So letter counter, space counter. That's only the thing we need. So we need the incrementer operator for the I, else we'll run into the infinite printing loop. So now let's print the number of digits are. So let's give the digit number. It should be digit counter, and we can just copy this statement using Control Shift Alt and not Control Alt Shift and the down arrow, and using the shape method to give the spaces. And a single comma at the last to separate each one. So these are not digit counter, it's a letter counter. And lastly, space counter. The number of letters are, the number of spaces are. Now let's run the. Okay, I have given 5 spaces, 4 characters and 3 digits. So yeah, we got 3 digits, 4 letters and 5 spaces. That's how we're gonna complete this challenge. Now on to the next one. In 16, we have given Python program to check the validity of a username and password input by the users. So this is just to check whether the username password is equal to let's say login check.py. Let's say the admin and password are 2 variables. No admin. Username and password are 2 variables. And let's set it up as admin and password, or easy one, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, let's give the default username and password to this. Let's use d underscore to say that this is the default one. Now let's ask them continuously until they give the correct username and password. For that, we can use the special while loop statement. For while is true means this program will run continuously without any break. To get out from this loop, I have already said the word, we have to use the break statement. So here the while true. Now let's gather the input from the users. username is the user input. So or I said I input username. That's how can we decide input, enter username. So I'm gonna copy this again and I password So ps password. Now I'm gonna check whether this username equals to this or password equals to this. For that we have to use if statement, and I'm gonna check if the d username is equals to I username, or d password equals to I password. So if this is correct, then this statement should perform. So this is one condition, this is another condition. To join, if the both condition true, so we have to join it by AND. If both condition true, then this whole statement will be true. That's the function of the AND operator. And if true, then it will execute the code. Let's write the code. So let's congratulations on, you can give that. Congratulations on successful login. Now, so if it is correct, then this will solve. If this is not correct, this both or either matches or either don't matches, then in else condition we can write we can give the user option to try again or not. So to do that, and we should get the variable or get the data of them saying yes or no. So to get the data, you can use the user input variable. We will use this user input variable to get the data. Input incorrect. Want to try again, and we will give them y/n option. They can give the input in capital Y and N, so I will use the lower method to just lower the values so that I can check only one. So user input equals to input incorrect. Want to try again? Yes and no, it will ask. And in the else system, if the user input is equals to, if they say no, they don't want to try, if I checked for y, then why to check for y? They want to try again, so this loop will always continue. So I should check for no. They don't want to continue, so at that time break from this loop. Otherwise this will run again and again. Let's test the statement. So here let's write random things. Incorrect, want to try again. So yes. So incorrect, want to try again. Incorrect, want to try again. So I don't want to try again, so it gets out of the loop. Let's run the program again. Now put the default username and password. Congratulations on successful login. Look, after the successful login, again it wants some input. That means on successful login, we also have to break out from the. So let's run it again. Check 1 2 3 4 5. Let's login again, and we are out of the loop. So that's how we're gonna solve this question.